Young Living v. doTERRA, civil number 120100255. Young Living is the plaintiff. doTERRA Corporation et al. Is the defendant. Scratch that. doTERRA has been excused, and the remaining defendants are either independent distributors with doTERRA or employed by doTERRA. I know. Slightly confusing. What are we going to learn in this first transcript? Good question. Mr. Straight, Mr. Berger, Mr. Toth, and Miss Wyndham are lawyers for the plaintiff, Young Living Essential Oils. Two law firms are representing two groups of defendants. The first group of defendants, Sterling, Wright, Cook, and Hill, are represented by Mr. Smith, Mr. Muir, and Mr. Harris. The second group of defendants, Harrison and Shepard, are represented by Mr. Hawkins, Mr. Gaylord, and Mr. Wiseman. Nope. I don't know why doTERRA was dismissed. Yes, a lawyer did ask the judge or the court to rename the case, and the judge, also known as, quote, the court, unquote, said nope. The scene opens up with a juror being late for jury duty. Not by a few minutes, by hours. And the judge did vacate the warrant for the juror's arrest and dismissed the juror from the trial. The preliminary instructions include 25 points that the judge instructs the jury on. Essentially, don't look up the case. Don't assume that if a lawyer loses an objection, that the judge feels any kind of way towards that lawyer. Wait until the very end, until you've heard all of the facts to form any opinions. And there is a specific set of stipulated facts that you have to take as fact, that both sides have agreed upon. So you as the jury have to agree to them as factual. There's more, but you may just want to read the transcripts or watch the first part of the series going over transcript number 1. Here are the stipulations. The information set that both sides agreed upon before trial that the jury has to accept as factual as well. A stipulation is an agreement unless the court instructs the jury otherwise. When the lawyers on both sides stipulate or agree to a fact, the jury must accept that stipulation as evidence and regard that fact as proved. The parties have stipulated the following facts. Defendant Harrison entered into a contract with Young Living, dated February 1st, 2001. Defendant Harrison's last day at Young Living was February 11th, 2008. Defendant Harrison's locked out period ends February 11th, 2009. Defendant Shepard entered into a contract with Young Living, dated February 25th, 2002. Defendant Shepard's last day at Young Living was February 22nd, 2008. Defendant Shepard's lockout period ended on February 22nd, 2009. Defendant Sterling entered into a contract with Young Living April 1st, 2004. Defendant Wright entered into a contract with Young Living on April 1st, 2004. Defendant Wright's last day at Young Living was October 1st, 2007. Defendant Wright's lockout period ended on April 1st, 2008. At all relevant times, Young Living distributors were independent sales contractors who can cancel their distributor agreement at any time, for any reason with Young Living upon written notice to Young Living Essential Oils. Since the parties have agreed to these facts, you must accept them as true for the purposes of this case. You may be pleased, frustrated, or confused as to why both sets of lawyers argued well past the point of reason about the word, quote, solicit, end quote. While we as the audience and readers of the transcript can be frustrated for the judge because she couldn't stay late, cough, piano recital, cough. Wendy, my lawyer friend, she told me that the lawyers would not be able to practice their opening statements if that term had not been agreed upon. The lawyers wouldn't be able to practice their opening statements if there was not clarification on what the court had decided the word solicit means. You may know what the dictionary definition is, but it apparently means something different in legal terms. Even though there were pages and pages of back and forth, the court told the lawyers to sleep on that one. She said she appreciated everyone's position, but she thought they may have caught some off guard. She didn't want to change the landscape without giving everyone a chance to think about that. And she didn't want to tell anyone how they have to argue their opening statements until they'd have an opportunity to think about that. And she would discuss it with everyone in the morning. You'd think at this point that the lawyers would have gotten the hint that the judge couldn't stay late because she'd said it multiple times. But Mr. Smith had one more issue to bring up. And it has to do with the day of the week that the court has off. And if the jurors were going to find that out, and how they were going to find that out. Apparently, it was already noted to the letters that the jurors had received, and it was also pointed out on the jury room door. This concludes the roundup for the transcript pages 1 through 68 of Young Living v. doTERRA, but really Young Living v. Sterling, Wright, Cook, Hill, Harrison, and Shepard. I know, too long, so we will just go with the official court documents. I will have a roundup after every trial transcript that we finish. Sometimes those are longer than others. Hopefully, if you enjoy these readings, these Spark Notes will help you catch up quickly if you want to join in on the live chat. We generally live stream on Wednesdays and Saturdays. We've tried to improve the stream as we've gone along. Kat and I really appreciate the support of the live crew and the replay crew. I wouldn't even be reading these transcripts without the generosity of Kira Manchester, aka Mombi, who has an incredible website diving in and showing the true colors of multi-level marketing companies who are participating in bad behavior. You can find her website at mombi-antimlm.com. She is also on Instagram at MLMOMBIE. Kat Benson, a registered dietitian and former Young Living brand partner, has been co-streaming with me these past several transcripts, and we hope to make it through the entire transcripts of 4,000 pages. She will be linked in the description below, and you can also find her on Instagram at Dietitian Kat Benson. I'll see you on the next stream.